Greetings, I'm CyberErectus. Here is my review of the Apple TV Plus Isaac Asimov's Foundation Season 1 Episode 9, titled The First Crisis. First, I would like to give a standard spoiler alert disclaimer. If you haven't watched Episode 9 yet, please pause now and watch the show and come back to hear this review later. Thank you. Now, here is a recap of the penultimate episode. Continuing from the end of the episode 8, Invictus suddenly emerges from hyperspatial jump and orbits Terminus. This miracle is the result of the last-minute heroic sacrifice by Louis Pyrne, who had jacked his brain into the navigation computer of the ship. Salvor Hardin spots Hugo's ship Beggar floating by, and she attempts a spacewalk toward it. Catching up to it successfully, she then takes the helm of the Beggar. Then she sees an object approaching closer and closer. It turns out to be Hugo. Salvor happily reunites with Hugo when he spacewalks to the Beggar's airlock. Salvor decides to land on Terminus in order to investigate why there is no one answering the comms. She senses that the null field of the vault has expanded and engulfed the whole planet. Hugo returns back to Thespi's Lancers and to convince Thespins to disable Invictus jump drive. Back on Trantor, Brother Dawn, Cleon 14, is shown by Brother Dusk of his new mural artwork depicting their Ghillie Raptors hunt in Episode 6. Brother Dawn sees 3 flying birds painted on the mural and can't understand why Brother Dusk would bother to record such a trivial event. Brother Dusk leaves him to contemplate further and advises Brother Dawn to look closely for deeper meanings. Sensing something wrong, Brother Dawn puts on the colorblind aids Ozura gave him. He sees there are actually 6 colorful Ghillie Raptors depicted on the mural. Startled by this revelation, Brother Dawn hurriedly absconds from the palace. He recalls and follows Azura's earlier planned escape routes and arrives at the Disnean sector near the Scar of Trantor. He meets Azura at her home, but she then tries to shoot him. Cleon 14 runs away but is captured by insurrectionists who plan to overthrow the Empire. Azura reveals that she is a part of a decades-long conspiracy that had altered Brother Dawn's DNA in vitro. They've anticipated his genetic imperfections would someday force him to flee the palace. The conspirators had also stolen Cleon's DNA from the palace and engineered their own clone as a perfect imposter. They set up the Azura honeypot trap for Brother Dawn as further enticement for him leaving the palace. The conspiracy is instigated in order to steal bloodstream nanobots from Brother Dawn and transfuse them into the conspirators' Cleon clone. Henceforth, the Cleon imposter is able to assume Brother Dawn's identity, then infiltrate and destroy the Cleon genetic dynasty from within. Just as Brother Dawn is about to be disposed of, Imperial commandos led by Brother Dusk raid Azura's home. Shadow Master Obrecht kills the Cleon imposter, while commandos capture Azura and execute the rest. The fate of Brother Dawn, the imperfect Cleon 14, is now rested with Brother Day, who is about to return from his adventures on the Maiden. Arriving on Terminus, Salvor discovers every living thing on the planet is unconscious because of the vault's null field. She solves the Prime Radiant and the dark, mysterious vault opens up and transforms itself into a translucent golden portal. The null field dissipates and everyone is gradually waking up. Awakened, Anacrean warriors and Foundation colonists come gather around the vault. Hugo with Thespi's Lancers arrive on Terminus and capture the Anacreans. Salvor pleads with Anacreans and Thespins that all of them should work together to repair and share Invictus, not to destroy it in a suicide run against Trantor. However, Pharrakian sneaks up with a stolen Thespi's Lancer and swoops in by surprise, destroying other Thespi's Lancers. Now with total dominance, Farah points her Lancer's guns at Salvor. Rowan, her second-in-command, persuaded by Salvor's proposition, however, tries to reason with Farah to end their futile mission. Farah is enraged and wanted nothing but revenge. Frantically, she starts firing at the vault. To stop the vault from destruction, Salvor grabs the Grand Huntress bow and shoots a fatal arrow into Pharrakian's throat. Suddenly, Terminus, Thespes, and Anacrean nationals are in a Western-style standoff. Just in time, the golden vault illuminates a lightning bolt to the sky, and from it, Hari Seldon walks out. That concludes the synopsis, and now the review follows. This is probably the most intriguing episode of the season. Episode 9 has two story arcs. The first arc involves Brother Dawn, Cleon 14. It's ominous when Brother Dawn and Azura are plotting his escape from the palace. The audience could sense something tragic is bound to happen to Brother Dawn or Azura. First, I want to spotlighting this episode's excellent scene setups and pacing, directed by Roxanne Dawson. She has done it again. Both episodes 8 and 9 have some of the best shot sequences in the series so far. The mural scene is especially superb. Terrence Mann's menacing performance as Brother Dusk is absolutely sublime. When Brother Dusk places his massage hands on Brother Dawn's shoulders and delivers his creepy subtle verbal rapier, its shivering jab is on par with the I Know It Was You Frito kiss scene in the Godfather 2 movie. I quite enjoy the Kafka-esque scenes with Brother Dawn's escape sequences. They somehow have given me the Logan's Run vibe. Very nice to see different sections of Trantor and their citizenries. To my surprise, there is another Brother Dawn clone, and he is with the insurrectionists. The plot twist makes it logical that Azura is part of this grand conspiracy, analogous to the Man in the Iron Mask plotline of Alexander Dumas. There are new questions raised about the insurrectionists' technological resources and patience for playing the long game for at least 2 decades. Who has the means and organizational capabilities to infiltrate the Imperial Palace for such an elaborate scheme? Who else is involved in this insurgency? Very intriguing for sure. The second arc involves Salvor Hardin. In the opening scene, the audience sees Salvor as a young kid wondering about humanity's origin. The audience also get to hear the famous Hardin adage, violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. In parallel, the episode subtly hints that this could also be Hardin's origin story. I find it's a refreshing way to address some of the common criticisms of Foundation TV series and Isaac Asimov's novels. Some book readers complain that Salvor Hardin on TV is quite different with respect to use of force. Many readers also criticize Isaac Asimov's writings for lacking character developments. Having disappointment from certain changes is pretty normal. I feel the same too, but it makes perfect sense that there are many changes from the books. It has to be, because TV is a different medium. To some die-hard purists, any deviation would be interpreted as heretical, therefore it must be discouraged. Personally, I view Foundation TV series as a remix rather than adaptation. I enjoy listening to some music remixes now and then. Also, I appreciate good cover songs of classic favorites. I feel fortunate and capable of considering two pieces of art separately. I can enjoy them both. In Asimov's Foundation novel, Salvor Hardin's character appeared around 5 decades after Encyclopedist's exile from Trantor. The TV series takes place around 35 years from exile. So Salvor is a bit younger than in the book. Some book readers might be confused about the timeline, because in the book Anacreons won't make their first appearance until 15 years later than in the TV series. Therefore, Salvor on TV is consistent with what Asimov wrote in terms of character development. One has to read very carefully with his books to get the implicit character development arc. Hardin in the book did mention in passing that in youth was a bit of a hothead too. Only later in life would Salvor Hardin come to embody the famous adage, violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. I appreciate the showrunner's clever way of addressing the character development arc issue by the usage of subtle time shift. Now returning our focus back to the TV episode. I enjoy the hilarious scene with Invictus and probable hyperspatial jump that is still exciting even with some inconsistencies. Originally, the viewers have assumed that folding in hyperspace without sedation would result in psychosis as explained in earlier episodes. So what happened here? Farah was a bit unhinged before the episode, so it made perfect sense that we weren't able to tell the differences. I suppose Rowan was knocked out from combat. Salver was certainly immune, being the main character with mentalic abilities. Of course, Lewis was already dead from a fatal shot, so he won't go mad. But how did his brain get jacked into the navigation computer in the first place? Maybe that's why Invictus has been a ghost ship lore throughout its 700 years odyssey. The end of Episode 9 delivers a long-anticipated excitement of discovering the answer to the mysterious vault ever since the first episode. What is it for? The audience sees Hari Seldon walking out of it. I assume it's an artificial consciousness similar to the Raven's hologram Hari. Henceforth, the TV show finally converges with that of the novel's plot line. Hologram Hari Seldon is inside the vault. That concludes Episode 9. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this review. I'm eagerly awaiting for the final episode of the season. Till next time, goodbye.
What we choose to tell our children and what we censor. What we illuminate and what we gloss over. History as an act of addition and subtraction.